What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and we have some excellent new heroes at the altar with a boosted chance at earning them, so of course I've got to do some summons. But first, if you haven't downloaded Gemstone Legends yet, you're in luck, because in the description of this video, there's a link along with the code #lion_2021 which you can use to get this free epic hero, Elidor, and a bunch of other free stuff like gold, gems, and scrolls. And not only that, but once you start the game, you're going to be able to do beginner events where you get another free epic hero, Soliana, and a platinum scroll, which is another free epic or legendary hero, and a bunch of legendary equipment. This is just a great way to start off in Gemstone Legends. And you just want to make sure to use the code within the first 3 hours of downloading the game and after completing the tutorial to get this stuff. And now for today's content. Alright, so we have a new legendary hero and we have a bunch of epic heroes as well. Just for the sake of time, I'm only going to cover the legendary hero in this one. I'll cover the epic heroes in another one, so make sure you're subscribed so you can catch that as well. But I want you to notice something else in the altar here, and that is that the boosted chance for these heroes went way up. You now have an 8 times better chance at getting the legendary hero now, and a 4 times better chance at getting the epic heroes, which is just absolutely incredible. So I'm really excited to be able to summon for these. So the legendary hero is Arlen, and looking at the stats, they look pretty good. Notice that attack stat is pretty high at 644, and the mana gain stat at 20 is pretty good because that means that 5 tiles will set him off. So you don't necessarily need to put the mana, the caster set on Arlen to be able to get that to go off. Because he's going to be fine just where he's at. The speed is also pretty good at 104, so those are stats that just kind of jump out to me. The special is that he's an attack leader for yellow heroes, increasing the attack of all yellow allies by 35%. Unstoppable attack deals damage to a single enemy 260% of attack, that's pretty good. Deals damage to a single enemy 15% of target's max HP, so that's a lot of damage. And then on top of that, he ignores 20% of defense. And my experience in this game so far has been that whenever you have an attacker that's ignoring defense, that is a very powerful ability. It's actually one of the more powerful abilities in this game. So any heroes that have that printed on it are pretty good. And then on top of it, there's one more line of text here. What I've already read is good enough, but then 100% chance to inflict heal block on a single enemy for 4 turns. That is a great proactive special, but there's more text. Dual Master deals 40% more damage if the target is affected by bleeding, deals an additional 40% damage if the target is affected by taunt or provoke, and immune to bleed. I don't know why they had to throw the bleed stuff in, but hey, the part that's really sticking out to me is dealing that additional 40% damage if the target's affected by taunt or provoke, because if you've been playing in Arena or anything and you've gone up against those heroes that have that, it's just really difficult. It messes up your strategy, and it can be kind of challenging to take them out, mainly because a lot of those heroes tend to have like a higher defense or something like that. They're just harder to kill. So the fact that this guy is ignoring defense, doing a lot of damage based on an attack, and dealing 40% more damage for those protective factors like taunt or provoke, this is an excellent yellow attacker. I really want him, and I'm gonna summon probably until I get him, and if I don't get him, I'm just gonna use all my scrolls, I think. So let's go ahead and try this. We're gonna start with some gold scrolls, 114 of them. Also, before I get started here, just a quick announcement. I just did a video on how you can get a bunch of free tomes. This is also a new update in the game, and it has to do with summoning and what's going to show up in your lexicon. So make sure to watch my other video on that, because I'm going to show you how to get those in that video. For now, let's go ahead and get some new heroes. Got the daily quests. All right, Yabba. He's actually a really good epic hero, especially against a lot of the blue meta that's out there right now. I don't know if you've noticed, but the blue meta, it's really hard to deal hard to defeat those blue defenses. So Yabba deals damage to all enemies, 149% of attack, 100% chance to inflict vulnerability on all enemies for 2 turns, and a 20% chance uses a special ability twice, immune to decreased speed. By the way, he's also a speed leader for green allies. So all around a very, very powerful hero. I'm glad to see him. I already had one of him, but he is really, really good. He's definitely near the top of my list of heroes to ascend. All right, there we go. Finally, we get an epic, and it is Trentor. I don't know if I've actually had him yet or not. I think I may not have. Restores 35% of target's max HP to an ally. Grants increased defense to an ally for 3 turns. And speed is increased by 5 for every living ally. Gains 5 mana whenever he deals damage with gemstones. All right, very good. All right. An epic hero, Mavis, deals damage to a single enemy, 238% of attack, 50% chance to inflict poison for 2 turns 5 times, and accuracy increased by 30% if above 50% HP, speed increased by 30 if below 50% HP. I am pulling the good rare ones, but I already have them. All right, Daphne. This looks like one of the new ones here. So let's check her out. HP is 4582, attack is 455, and defense is really good at 485. Speed is good. Mana gain at 23 is pretty good. A defense leader in all guild-related battles by 25%. Special ability is grants taunt to an ally with the highest defense for 4 turns. Grants reflect to an ally with the highest defense for 4 turns. That's really cool. So not only does the person who's attacking the hero with taunt have to attack them, they're also reflecting damage. That's really cool. Grants Soul Link for 3 turns to herself and an ally. If that ally has less than 30% HP when she uses her special ability, 25% chance to gain recovery for 3 turns every time she is attacked. This is a really cool hero. I like this special a lot. It's doing quite a bit, and everything she's doing really synergizes well with trying to keep the team alive and, basically just kind of an annoying defense to deal with. I could potentially see Daphne being a sneaky, one that you want to take to 5 stars or even 6 stars potentially. So let's keep an eye on her and see if she shows up in any top defenses. All right, another epic hero, and this one is Kusai. This is actually my 3rd Kusai, so I have plenty of her, but she is an excellent hero. I definitely think worth taking to 6 stars. I'm really debating. I'd like to take her there. I just, of course, limited resources, it keeps you from making snap decisions like that. So I'm still considering it, but this is definitely a good one. And just, I'm going to go through her real quick because I already have her and have used her if you have watched any of my other videos. But she is an accuracy leader everywhere, increases accuracy by 30%. She gives a 100% chance to inflict decreased resistance on all enemies for 3 turns. That's really good for being able to land statuses. 100% chance to inflict vulnerability on all enemies for 3 turns, and 100% chance to inflict poison on all enemies for 3 turns. So she synergizes well with herself and other heroes that you bring that deal statuses. The passive ability is gains 50 mana at the start of her turn. That's super invaluable. I can't tell you how good that feels whenever she does that. It's just absolutely amazing. And 25% chance to use her special ability twice. All right, Testics. Now, I've gotten really lucky because I keep getting Testics repeatedly. I have so many of this hero, but it's also a hero I've ascended to 6 stars, so obviously I think this one's good. In fact, this is one of the very few heroes in the game that I would say is a must-have. You want to have Testics. Basically what he does, he's a defensive leader. That doesn't matter all that much, but he gives allies 25% defense in the arena, and the special ability restores 10% of target's max HP to all allies. So the healing is nice, but really what's important here is granting immunity to all allies for 3 turns. Granting reflect to all allies for 3 turns is just a bonus, but it's also pretty good. And the passive ability resistance increased by 35% if HP below 50%. Very, very good hero. And Akil. This whole family is really, really good. In particular, Akil His special is deals damage to all enemies, 154% of attack, and ignores 20% of defense, which I've already talked about in this video is a very, very powerful ability. Final word is the secondary ability here, deals 35% more damage to targets below 50% HP and immune to decrease attack. This isn't the best one from the family, but they're all good in this particular family, so he's still pretty good. All right, and we got Niven here. So this is one that I've fully maxed out at 4 stars, but he deals damage to all enemies, 190% of attack, 100% chance to inflict decreased speed on all enemies for 3 turns, and that's in particular what I like about him a lot. And then the passive ability deals 30% more damage to enemies affected by decreased speed. All right, so he's definitely a good one. There are some heroes that are yellow that are a bit better, but I definitely like what he does. All right, 5 gold scrolls left. Come on, legendary. 3, 2, 1. Come on, cross your fingers. Oh, we're reconnecting. Oh, it's a rare. There are a lot of good rares. I've said that over and over again. I've ascended plenty of rares to 5 stars because a lot are that good. But man, it's always exciting whenever you get the legendary ones. I have some platinum scrolls and a bunch of shards here, which I'm going to use, and I'm going to put out a video to show you how to get a whole bunch of these platinum and gold scroll shards. So make sure you're subscribed for that. But let's move on to the platinum scroll because this is the big boy. This is the scroll that gives you a guaranteed epic or legendary hero. So I'm going to click on this and let's cross our fingers because the gold scrolls didn't give us much of what I was looking for. So hopefully these platinum scrolls will. All right, we got Eiston. I happen to know that Eiston is a very, very good hero who I am leveling up right now. He's a speed leader everywhere. Of course, speed is the name of the game, so that's always good. Sharp Poke deals damage to a single enemy, 274% of attack, and ignores 20% of defense. As you know from me talking about it in this video previously, that's a really good ability and deals 30% more damage to enemies with higher defense than his. So I'll tell you what, if I'm not going to get the new legendary hero, this one is a pretty good constellation because he acts very, very similar. And you can take him all the way to 6 stars. So remember that if you get Eiston, he's pretty good. He's very much in the same vein as the new legendary that they put out. Kamal. All right, so Kamal deals damage to a single enemy, 206% of attack. Deals damage to a single enemy, 14% of target's max HP. And the passive ability deals 100% more damage to targets above 75% HP. Speed is increased by 10 for every dead enemy. As I said, this family is pretty good all around, so always happy to get one of them. And another epic, Torsten. Deals damage to a single enemy, 26.4% of caster's current HP, and recovers 20% HP. So heals himself and deals damage, so that's pretty cool. Passive ability resist is increased by 10% for every living ally and immune to stun. All right, come on. One more platinum scroll here, and then we're going to move on to the shards. Let's go. All right, another epic, Aslog. So I'm getting a bunch of repeat heroes here today. Now, do remember that you can use repeat heroes to learn skills and upgrades. So there is that. Crit rate leader for all purple allies. It's a 25% increase here. And then we've got the special ability deals damage to a single enemy, 220% attack, 100% chance to inflict mana choke on a single enemy for 3 turns, and 100% chance to inflict decreased speed on a single enemy for 3 turns. The passive ability is speed is increased by 6 for every 25% crit rate. That's a really good one. That's a really, really good one. And immune to decreased critical chance and decreased critical damage. Okay, so we've got some gold scrolls here. This is relatively new as well. So again, make sure to subscribe so you can see my video when I put that out about how to get these gold scroll shards. All right, this is it. This is my last hope with these platinum scroll shards to get a legendary hero and the new one, the featured one. I'd really like to get him. Come on. Oh, we got a legendary, and it is Zarkon. And I already do have Zarkon, but he is one of the best legendaries in the game. So, I mean, you can't have too much of the best thing in the game. So I know they just nerfed Zarkon not too long ago, but he's still really, really good. So I enjoy having him. That is a great legendary to get. In case you don't know what he does, he's an accuracy leader everywhere. That increased accuracy by 40% is incredible whenever you get to make him the leader. Special ability, 50% chance to inflict decreased defense on all enemies for 3 turns, and 75% chance to inflict poison on all enemies for 3 turns 3 times. And that stacks up fast and deals a lot of damage. Now, as you level up his special, those percentages will increase as well, so it's more likely you're going to hit him with those statuses. The passive ability is speed is increased by 4 for every 20% accuracy, immune to color blindness, and mana choke. Yes, it is super easy to make Zarkon like my fastest hero. And so basically all you got to do is start piling on that accuracy equipment. And on top of it, if the accuracy equipment also happens to have speed bonuses, Zarkon's going to almost always start first, which is really cool. Tala. I don't think I have Tala yet. Special ability deals damage to all enemies, 177% attack, 100% chance to inflict decreased attack on all enemies for 2 turns, and 100% chance to inflict bleed on all enemies for 2 turns. So this one would actually synergize pretty well with the new featured legendary hero as well. Passive ability, resistance is increased by 7% for each living ally and immune to silence. Very cool. All right, 4 more. Kamal, we already got him, so I'm going to skip him. 3. Diana. Oh, okay. All right, so she's one of the new ones. She's an HP leader everywhere. Increases the HP of all allies by 15% in all game modes. Special ability removes 1 negative status from all allies. That's obviously really, really good. Grants soul replenish to all allies for 4 turns. And grants mana breath to all allies for 4 turns. Okay, so that's a lot of buffs. So that does matter when you get heroes that synergize with buffs. Passive ability, 25% chance to remove a random negative status from herself whenever she's attacked. Resistance increased by 50% if not affected by any negative statuses. Interesting. Okay. All right, 2 more. Proscia is a crit rate leader in the arena, so increasing crit rate by 20%. Special ability deals damage to a single enemy, 294% attack, 100% chance to inflict decreased critical chance on a single enemy for 3 turns, 100% chance to inflict decreased critical damage on a single enemy for 3 turns. Then we've got the passive Unstoppable Claws, recovers 15% HP when a negative status is inflicted on her, or inflicted by her special ability, immune to silence. Okay, 1 more. Drum roll, please. Here we go. and Lily. So at least we got some of the new epic heroes, and I didn't really go through them much, but always good to see getting the new heroes. So the leader ability increases the speed of all allies by 12% in all game modes. Of course, speed increase is always good. Grants recovery to an ally for 6 turns. Grants soul replenish to an ally for 6 turns. That's a long time, just a heads up. And then the passive ability grants increased defense and increased resistance to all allies at the start of the wave for 3 turns. Recovers 15% HP at the start of her turn. Okay, well, there we go. I certainly got a lot of new heroes. I am really sad that I didn't get Arlen. I was thinking he is such a cool legendary hero. If you do get him, please let me know in the comments, because I really want to know how he plays and if you like him and things like that. So if you haven't already, and if you enjoy videos like this, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing, hitting that bell notification so you know when I make more of these, and I will catch you in the next one.